It looks like EVs are in huge trouble. You will be flabbergasted to find out that Audi CEO has a warning for all EV makers. Want to know what's that? Stay tuned. On the 1st of September 2023. In December 2023, however, Audi CEO Gernot Döllner came up with a warning that will shock all EV makers. Döllner warned that Audi's EVs were taking longer time than estimated to get into the profitable category as ICE cars. The profit margin was expected by mid-decade, but now has been postponed. The profit margins between internal combustion and electric cars are not converging as quickly as we had hoped, Audi CEO Gernot Döllner said. Against the backdrop of slower growth in EV sales, the new chief executive officer, Gernot Döllner, is trying to prevent burdening factories and dealers. That's why he mentioned how Audi is cutting down its ambitious launch of electric models. In an interview at Audi's headquarters in Ingolstadt, Germany, Döllner mentioned how his team initially looked at what order and density of launches the company could manage. In the end, we decided to spread it out to not overwhelm the team and the dealerships. Being an important profit center for Volkswagen AG, Audi has plans to launch 20 models by 2026, with half of them completely electric. The task is quite essential right away, considering the portfolio of Audi is increasingly stale. Rival companies such as BMW AG and Mercedes-Benz Group AG are preparing to introduce their next generation of EVs from mid-decade. The luxury car maker is no wonder taking a glance at some of the dormant months along with VW CEO Oliver Blume in June 2023, singling out Audi as falling short of its prospects. The same month, Audi's CEO back then was replaced with Döllner, who had earlier served with Blume at Porsche, with the mission of increasing long-term operating return to 13% from around 9%. Audi's Q6 e-tron that was constantly pushed back due to the problems at the VW's in-house software department, CARIAD has plans to roll off production lines in the second quarter. The car is reportedly the first one to be introduced from a new platform underpinning different latest vehicles. Another electric model and 2 combustion engine cars are planned as the new launches for 2024, and a third combustion engine model is scheduled for 2025. Audi's problems partly arise from the long-standing limitations in selling EVs as the industry moves into a stage of broader adoption. Incumbent car makers are still working to ramp up a competitive lineup that offers acceptable returns, and consumers are put off by increased prices and patchy infrastructure. Regulatory changes on the combustion car phase out, and the influx of appealing Chinese-made EVs are adding to the troubles. Famous car makers such as Audi or BMW are right now depending on combustion engine power for their bottom lines. This obviously gives the domain to Tesla Inc., an increasingly BYD company. The advantage of EVs is becoming visible to consumers step by step, 54-year-old Döllner said. With this triad, our new EVs, a new generation plug-in hybrids, and internal combustion engine models, we're robustly and flexibly positioned for the transition phase. No doubt that the parent company Volkswagen's present priority is to get Audi back on track. After all, there are premium brands just like the maker of the Q7 SUV and Porsche who are creating a hell lot of revenue. The premium brand group that also includes Lamborghini and Bentley were VW's largest profit source with earnings of $8.3 billion, with Audi consisting of the bulk. Unquestionably, Audi is lagging when it comes to comparisons with its competitors on changing its lineup that's laboriously skewed to diesel engines with a series of hindrances coming in the way. The problems ranging from a dealer issue in China, the huge burden of the diesel emissions cheating scandal, and latest are the problems related to developing software, have restricted expansion for the brand. Oliver Blume, who has been in charge at Volkswagen for more than a year since Herbert Diess left. Blume has been leading many initiatives to get traction back mainly in China. VW products in China haven't been able to keep pace with customer preferences for large screens and better connectivity. To deal with the EV slide in China, Audi and long-standing Chinese partner company SAIC Motor Corp Limited in July 2023 accepted to partner on designing EVs. This definitely has given a milestone for Chinese automaking till now, as they have been always led by foreign manufacturers to learn and implement. So basically, Audi and SAIC plan to work together on vehicle underpinnings in order to improve upon the electrification of Audi and also protect its market share. At the moment, we play a relevant role, especially in the combustion engine segment, Döllner said. Our task with both partners is to make the Audi brand a relevant player in the EV segment as well. Well, that's what we learned from Audi CEO's views on its electric vehicle positioning in the market. Shedding light on how Audi as an overall company performed in 2023, well, the company had a stellar performance as it delivered almost 1.9 million vehicles. Yeah, that's really a good number. One can note how the company even reported an outstanding YoY growth of 93% in the 9-month period, concluding December 31st, 2023. The strong sales performance places Audi well for a transformative year in 2024 as it now aims to concentrate mainly on electric mobility. Let us also appreciate Audi for delivering more than 178,000 fully electric vehicles, which is no doubt a good increase of almost 51% as compared to its performance in 2022. Audi CEO has high hopes for his company against the backdrop of a slowdown in electric mobility. Audi is a strong brand with a clear focus on an electric future, stated Gernot Döllner. He also appreciated the fact that there was a high demand for Audi models during the new year 2024, which is indeed a good starting point for the year. But he also did not deny the expected problems for Audi's electric vehicle segment due to global economic uncertainties and rising competition. Thus, Döllner is of the view that the company will now focus mainly on having a clear plan that gives transparent answers about EV profitability. In the overall market, Audi has done quite well in 2023 across all world regions if you compare it with its competitors. However, the important demand for launching fully electric models that have been placed on the company is yet to be met. The company is certainly putting consistent efforts into improving its electrification strategy. In fact, Hildegard Wortmann, a member of the Board of Management for Sales and Marketing at Audi, thanked the international team and dealership partners for their outstanding performance in 2023. After all, he shared how he couldn't deny the company's efforts to delivery increase of more than 17% last year. Wortmann also emphasized how the company is enjoying robust growth in main markets, such as Europe, the USA, and China, with an accompanying speed-up in electrification measures. It is indeed true that the company is majorly looking for a positive future with the launch of its Audi Q6 e-tron, probably at the end of the first quarter. Yeah, it is also a fact that the company Audi is ramping up its measures to provide innovative electric mobility solutions in order to create a sustainable future. However, we cannot deny the worries that are bothering Audi CEO Gernot Döllner, who is a VW veteran and also wrote his dissertation on quickening up product development. In the last few months of taking charge, Döllner has hardly wasted his time to ensure that the battery-powered vehicles arrive in a timely manner. But Tesla has been giving stiff competition to Audi since the time Döllner took over in September 2023. For years, Audi's product portfolio was focused on diesel, said Matthias Schmidt, an automotive analyst based near Hamburg. The current models are from a different generation and simply not appropriate anymore for a world that's transitioning to electric mobility. Döllner has a lot to prove after all, considering he has to defend sales in China, where Audi is just lagging behind Chinese nameplates that are increasingly adding interesting features of technology that are famous with local buyers. Once upon a time, Audi was considered to be the Asian country's top-selling premium car brand for several decades. However, it had to compete with dealers as it added a new joint venture partner in 2017. So the new Audi CEO's task is to clean up years of missteps that have landed it behind other car makers in the EV segment. No doubt that Audi has set up a positive momentum in its EV segment with its 2023 performance. However, some automakers are trying to figure out where exactly the EV market is headed, and that's what Audi CEO also voiced out in his statements to the media. So, taking the careful steps to introduce new models and setting up production schedules in the US is not a bad idea considering the pace of growth seems to be slowing in America. Hope you liked our informative video on the Audi CEO's views about the EV segment and his warning to all EV makers in a subtle manner. If yes, click on like and subscribe to our channel.